everybody? This is Jake C, obviously. What are we talking about tonight? Not today, tonight. Apes. Booyah! Talking about apes. Alright, here's my opinion on apes circa 2 years ago. Apes are stupid and for people who never ride their bikes because they're uncomfortable, the blood rushes out of your hands, and they catch all the wind on your chest in the cold weather. Are those things true of really tall apes? Yeah, probably. But what I found out after becoming experienced, rather than talking out of my asshole, is that ape hangers, bars in the sky, as I will call them, can actually be more comfortable than regular bars. Why so? Well, for one, if you put your hands up higher, I don't really know why. I'd have to ask like an orthopedic person or whatever, but your back is naturally straightened out big time. The apes actually force your back to straighten out just because your arms are higher, and I guess like your arms help support your chest. That's what I would imagine, right? So like your spine doesn't bend. So yeah, you're forced upright, which is good, and usually will make you more comfortable and save you some back pain. Now, proper height apes will also not have blood rushing to your hands or rushing out of your hands and get your fingers cold, because as long as they're shoulder height or lower, you should be good. Now, also, if you have good circulation, I'm sure that one would argue that you're probably okay you're probably okay with the ones that are a little bit higher than your shoulders too. But besides that, so let's just say you get shoulder height apes, your back is straightened out, so that makes you more comfortable. Should, just I'm not a physical therapist, orthopedic person, whatever, but I think that most people would agree if your back is nice and straight and not hunched over, taking the bumps hunched over, that you'll most likely be more comfortable. So besides that, your back, besides your back, what also happens too is your arms can theoretically be not as extended. So when you get things like wind gusts and stuff, if your arms are like almost all the way extended to the bars, you don't have your arms lock up when you get hit by strong winds in front of you. And what that does is if your arms are locking up on the bars, like out, you're connecting the forks to the frame. And on a motorcycle, you really don't want to do that, because if you're connecting the forks to the frame with your body, you can induce things like bar wobble and just crappy cornering characteristics that can be potentially dangerous. So you don't want a death grip on the bars, and if you have your arms locked and have a death grip, that's just bad. It's just not good. So apes, again, at the right height, can help avoid that. Now, besides that, some people, I actually think I would be, are just more comfortable with bars that are higher. Their neck. Sometimes your shoulders, like if your arms are below your chest, below shoulder line, sometimes like you scrunch your neck muscles a little bit. I don't really know why that happens, but I've noticed myself doing that every once in a while. And a lot of times you won't even notice it. Like if I never mention this to you, you might not even notice it, but you'll scrunch your neck muscles a little bit, and that'll make your neck all tight, and you'll be doing all this crap every minute. But with the bars above you, sometimes if they're a little bit above your shoulders, it can actually let your arms like droop in a V, and then you have weight actually pulling down on those shoulder muscles and keeping your neck from like tensioning itself. which can be good. Again, so maybe you lose a little bit of circulation or whatever, but your neck muscles feel better, and your back straighter. So apes aren't for everyone, but they have their purposes for certain types of people, and you know what? They look damn good in a lot of cases. So if you're the type of person who can rock a set of reasonably high apes comfortably, and you like the looks of them, hey, go for it. As far as handling characteristics of the bike, yeah, they change a little bit, but with a heavier bike, you know what, to be honest with you, it helps you pull the bike up. With the bars that high, you have more leverage. So if you're on like a slope, it gives you more leverage to pull the bike up. And when you got an 800, 900 pound bagger with your wife on it, 1,000 pounds, whatever, more leverage to pull the bike up is actually a really, really good thing. And finally, like on the Harley touring bikes anyway, the handlebars are kind of low. And I personally don't find them very comfortable. And the bar like goes over the tank, almost to the center of the tank. Like, I kid you not, if you were taking a full right-hand turn, the bar is like right here. It's strange, like it almost hits your knee. That's no good. Like, that's just an awkward position for your arm, and if your arms are in an awkward position, it's harder to turn the bike. So, I don't know. I mean, I think apes definitely have a purpose. Oddly enough, on touring bikes, I think they have a good purpose because the fairing can block any extra wind. That was a horribly misturned turn. Anyway, the apes will block the wind, and the bars, or the fairing will block the wind, and then the bars can, you can use for control and all that stuff. So, anyway, that's just my opinion. I would kind of like a set of small apes on my bike, maybe like 9-inch. I think that'd be awesome. But they're just not quite my style from cornering. I love the way they look. I would love the way they look on my bike, but they would hurt the good cornering feel that I have with the bike a little bit. They would impact it, and I'm not sure I want to do that. Realistically, I don't know how much they would impact it, so it could be a valid worry. It could not be. I really don't know. But regardless, it's definitely a possibility. So anyway, I guess I'm just making this video for people who hate apes or love apes. And I guess I'm basically just saying that I realize they definitely have their comfort purposes. Some people look at a guy with their arms way in the air and say, oh, how could that be comfortable? Well, give it a try sometime. You might like it. I've sat on and ridden a couple of bikes with apes, and they're actually pretty comfortable, given, as long as they're the right height for you. So, anyway, peace out. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this dusk time vlog.